Hello?
Hello, Lee. Jason Saulnier here from Canada.
Oh, hello.
How's it going with you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
Finally talking to Lee Kerslake here. This is great. I'm recording the interview right now. This fine?
Yeah, it's fine. No problem.
I just talked to Stefan Berggren, and I mean, you guys did a great work on this. The new video you guys did.
Well, the sun has gone. I walked tall. We were well chuffed with the tracks. We've worked very hard on them. And we had some fun doing it.
And I mean, your drum tones are still impressive after all these years. You are a very good drummer.
Thank you very much. It's very kind. Oh, well, I mean, I should be reasonably good at my job after 45 years of playing. So, but I got help with the engineer in the rehearsal studio, the recording studio. It was in the kitchen. And he was very ambient, and he had a great kit. He had a Gretsch kit for me, which is perfect. I know how to tune them, and then I had to work with them, so it was great fun.
And Lee, like recording today for you, throughout the years, you've always maintained that incredible drum tone from all your works, Uriah Heep, Ozzy Osbourne, and today you still have it. Is it something to do with certain micings that you yourself put into?
It is. A lot of it's to do with the knowledge which has been passed down to me through my engineers and through other drummers that I know that I've known all my life. Like in the old days, I used to talk to John Bonham. I talked to Ian Pace, and times like that, I'd just to say, oh, how do you do it? How do you do your bass drum? I do my bass drum this way. And they say, oh, no, I don't do them on the other way, or I'd use it in a certain felt tip. And you learn, different techniques, different sounds from other drummers. And then you format your own. And that's what I've done through the years. I've tried to change my drum sounds to fit the tracks with the knowledge of what I know and what I've been, told by other friends of mine.
And also digital recordings, would that change much?
Digital now, crikey. It's unbelievable. I was always my heart and my idea was to always try and do one take tracks, because there's a great buzz when you do a track in the recording studio as one take, and the engineer goes, "That's a master, that's a cracker," So. But now, drummers can go in there, put one down, and then put another one down, and they piece them together. It's good for quality. You want to put in absolute perfection on the record, but I still think the old days of going down in the studio between you and the bass player and knocking one out, and making it perfect is still the only way for me. That is, but I'm an old-fashioned guy.
And for an old-fashioned guy, how is influences today, to get yourself, into the groove? Where do you get your influences now?
Oh, well, I mean, the thing is, my influences come from the past. As I say, Carmine Appice, Ian Pace, Ian Pace, Carmine, John Bonham, Buddy Rich, all the people that, Ainsley Dunbar, Cozy Powell, all those drummers had a technique of what you would say, wow, that's cool. So that's I bounced off of theirs and to form my own. Of course, obviously I have, but I mean that is I don't find that the drummers of today, their sounds, that rewarding. I find that the older drummers who had the people come through the ranks, so to speak, by hard work and practicing, 3 and 4 hours a day, as I did, that is what happens. That's when you get to a level that you become an icon or legend or whatever you want to call it, which I'm thankful for, obviously. I think the reason people vote me in as one of the great drummers and the greats is I'm still alive.
Which we're thankful for, That's great.
Well, I thank you. I mean, I do appreciate your views and what you say. I mean, I just come out from I got an email from a guy, Jake, from this rock and roll book he's written. It's taken him years. And, and it says it's a rock and roll pages of the greats of the drummers, and I'm in it. So that's a nice compliment to have. You know, that's a wonderful thing. It means all that work I've done through the years is worthwhile.
And that today you are still recognized, you know, as one of the greats, which is awesome.
It's lovely. As I say, that's because I'm still alive.
Of course.
I'm just like humour there. But no, I mean, we are from the old school. The ones that are still alive at my age are from the old school. You didn't get it easy. You didn't get into a band instantly and get on 5,000 a week. You had to rehearse, you had to practice, and you had to be damn good. Otherwise, you would get rolled over, you know, pushed out of the way.
And Lee, let's say for Walk Tall, your drum intro you're doing on it, you know, that's another, you know, piece of history, you know, the way you're delivering that. Awesome.
Well, it's a little sneak, you know, of what things I did in the Ozzy stuff and the Uriah Heep stuff. Letting people know, hey, guys, this is what I did before, remember? But I've just modified it and put it into another track that myself and Stefan wrote.
And Lee, what do you think of the internet era? Because you're finally online, and you know I'm sure you get massive amounts of emails, etc. What do you think of that?
Well, I like it. I'm a bit old-fashioned because, unfortunately, I have such an old Dell computer that it's always breaking down. So I don't get the chance to get back and reply to a lot of it. I have to wait till a friend of mine comes in and reboosts it and boots it up so it becomes a little bit usable, and then I reply to everybody. But it's called my craputer. It's not my computer. It's my craputer. I've been given one as a friend, a friend of mine, daughter's friend. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat. He's given me one that I'm going to try and set up and fit in next month or so, I hope. And it's slightly newer. It's about 4 years old, where mine is about 12 years old.
And Lee, what's your projects, you know, what are you keeping busy with these days?
I'm still writing. I'm phoning Stefan on quite a lot to let him know that I'm still writing words and some songs. He's writing as well. Mm-hmm. We plan to get together next year because we still want to give this album, The Sun Has Gone Hazy, the benefit because it's such a good album. It's very, very honest, you know. It's no overproduction. It's dead set. It's got the melodies that the postman can whistle and remember, and it's got a down-to-earth attraction, whereas we had so much fun doing it. I've always wanted to keep that honesty, and Stefan's been the same way, and that's what we've come through. And now I want America, Canada, Australia, and Japan, and places to hear it. They haven't heard it as such. So people like yourself, the recognition and the kind of the hype to it will help us no end, I'm sure.
And it deserves it, 100% today.
Thank you.
With loud music throughout all the years, you know, how's your hearing today? You know, in this day
it's
of
not
age?
good. I had it done a couple of years back, and my hearing is 45% down on both ears. So it's not that good. But eventually I'm going to, if things get better and finances happen or we get a break with this album, then I shall look to getting some hearing aids. I do believe that Phil Collins has got the best there is, and they're about £8,000 or $8,000. But they're supposed to be fantastic. So I assume we'll have to have some hearing aids put in.
And as you are playing drums, do you protect your ears now?
No. I make sure I'm behind the band.
Of course.
Like I did with Uriah Heep and with Ozzy. I was always set back behind the band, and I have monitors that I have at my volume basically for my vocals and a little bit of my drums. I don't have anything else in there. Otherwise, I probably would be totally deaf by now if I don't, the keyboards and the guitar and such. But no, I've always kept a point where I'm behind on stage in the band, and I don't have anybody else in, so because that would deafen me.
And do you think, there'll be a tour, a North America tour someday in the future again?
Oh, I'd love one. I wish someone would pick us up and say to us to take us, because we got a great band. The Swedish guys, except for myself, but there's a great band that want to work. We've done work together in Sweden, Stockholm, in the Ankara, and the Ankara is one of them top rock clubs where all the media and all the press and all the musicians go. And we've done a few gigs with the band we got together there, and it's just blown them away. So we said, this would be so good if we could get an American-Canadian tour. But like everything else, you have to have an agent or a management, and we're not set on the management yet, and we're not set on an agency. We keep putting out the feelers, hoping that someone might, get interested, and maybe put us on the back of Deep Purple or something.
Yeah, well, that would be something else, being on top of a band like that as well, on these tours.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It'd be great because I know them all. They're all good friends of mine. And I've worked with Steve Morse and Don because I wrote the album with Jimmy Barnes, Steve Morse, Don Airey, Bob Days, and myself. Living Loud, the band, and the album Living Loud. I don't know if you know that one.
Yes, I do own it actually.
Yeah, well, that was what we did, and that was, two of the guys from the Purple. We had a great time with that too. And knowing them, I've always hoped, I always let little quotes and little hints to, we're available if you want to put us on the back. But it's like everything else, management is money, isn't it?
Right.
It's politics and such.
Lee, being humble throughout the music scene throughout all these years, how do you look at that yourself? Because you are humble, I imagine.
Humble? Well, I'm not sure which way to take what humble is. I mean, I have a driving force in myself with perfection, yeah, but I also have an allowance into if it sounds right, if it feels right, if you can tell you're having a great time, fuck the mistakes, fuck the mistakes in total. Enjoy the fact of playing it when you say, that was a great take, I had some fun on that. Because that sits in a song. Right. And people seem to be aware of that later on when you mix it, And I was talking to Corky Lang about things like that, And Corky was saying, yeah, man, sometimes in the mountain when we did a track, we do one take and go, that's it. That's the one. And I said, yeah, you feel it in your heart. And that is what I'm trying to say. I'm humbled, but I'm also a very stubborn guy. A little bit of both to get what I want out of the music. But I'm humbled by the fact that I appreciate all the people from all over the world that have put me where I am today. Mm-hmm. Well, or where I have been in the top 20 drummers in the world. I can't thank the people and the audiences enough because on the way up, you fight and struggle. You've got to be cool and humble then, because on the way down, you might need those people.
You've been great throughout all these years, and I mean, we still hear you on the radio with all the Ozzy Osbourne tracks, Uriah Heep, all greatness,
Yeah, good. Thank you.
And to me, it's top of the world, and.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Where are you phoning from?
I'm phoning from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Nova Scotia. Man, I had a good time there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we played there, and I had the greatest time because I ate my body in lobster.
And that's awesome. Who did you come and play with?
It was with Blue Oyster Cult, and it was called the Total Recall Tour with Blue Oyster Cult, Uriah Heep, and what was the other band? Blue Oyster Cult, Uriah Heep, and another. I can't remember now.
Was that a while ago?
Yeah. 18 years ago.
Okay, I never heard of that one. I'll have to research over that gig. Interesting.
Yeah, we did it. I just can't remember the bands. I know we did it because Oh, me and Bernie, we fed our faces full of lobster, and I love lobster. And Nova Scotia's the place with, I believe, salmon, tuna, and lobster, isn't it?
You got that right. We can't forget scallops as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, my mouth.
So I imagine that the great Lee Kerslake is a seafood lover.
I am. Well, I lived in the Canary Islands, and I had a partner. We had a boat together, so we used to go out fishing for tuna and wahoo, mahi-mahi, catching big, marlin. But I used to love fresh lobsters, prawns, and they used to do a thing called a sea urchin, a black sea urchin, and it was so beautiful to eat. Abalone, oh, lovely.
Wow.
Oysters, scallops, oh, you're making me mouth water. Yes, I used to love living. It was an island, Canary Islands are just off the coast of Africa.
Okay.
And, you got everything you wanted in the seafood.
So in that case, you would say the Nova Scotia lobster would be the best in the world?
Oh, the biggest and the best. We had a lobster there, the old boy, we must have weighed about 9 pounds, the tail and the clips, the claws, and it was tender, unbelievably tender. Well, I thought at first, oh, here comes the old man, this is going to be tough meat. But it wasn't. It's beautiful. And then Bernie and me, we buried it. It was lovely.
That must mean you were in the headline band that evening, I imagine.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, Lee, man, a very good pleasure talking to you finally. Keep up the great work and everything you do.
All right, my buddy. God bless you, and thank you, Ken, at Nova Scotia, and thank everybody. Hope they're going to hear this, and keep looking out for us, because we're not going to quit. It's one thing that I love to do, and the only thing I'm reasonably good at is playing the drums and writing songs.
Excellent stuff. Well, Lee Kerslake, legendary Lee Kerslake, I should say. Thank you again.
Thank you, my friend. God bless you.
God bless you as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.